When we are trying to find the rate of change, we are comparing an x variable and a y variable. In the case of our table, our x variable will always be the left column, so in this case, number of raffle tickets. In the right column, we have total cost of raffle tickets in dollars, so that'll be our y variable. Now our formula for rate of change is change in y over change in x. So to do that, we're going to select two rows. So I typically like to find the first two because they tend to be smaller numbers. So we're going to use 2 and 1 and 4 and 2. So the y that I'm going to end up subtracting will be 2 subtract 1. All of that will be over 4 subtract 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. So our rate of change is 1/2. Now, since we are performing the rate of change, we need to add a label. So the top refers to my y label and the bottom refers to my x label. So I'm going to be able to say that for every $1, I get 2 raffle tickets. That is how we find the rate of change using a table. Now, when we want to find the rate of change using a graph. Given a graph, you are going to be able to pick out 2 points on that graph. Sometimes we will be given the points, sometimes we have to pick off the points. So in this graph, they have labeled A, B, and C. So I'm going to use point A, which is at 4 and 480, and B, which is at point 10 and 300. So now that I have 2 points, I can use the same formula that I did with the table, change in y over change in x. So my 2 y coordinates I can subtract, so I can take 300, subtract 480, and since I started with 300, I'm going to have to start with 10, subtract 4. When I take 300 minus 480, I get a negative 180. And when I take 10 minus 4, I get 6. So I can simplify that fraction, and it will give me a negative 30 over 1. So now I can do the same type of labels. Since it is a decreasing line that we have here, has a negative slope, we are just going to be decreasing whatever the quantity is. My y-axis label is length in meters, so we are going to be decreasing 30 meters per second. And that is how we can use our rate of change formula.